Hey guys, Shrike here doing another video vlog. And I wanted to follow up some of the vlogs I've been doing the last few weeks, with this one being when the audience becomes a mirror. And I titled that this way because that was what was on my mind, and that's what's been on my mind, because I talk about media influence, about social media, and the fact that there's all different kinds of content. But regardless to what content, what other people consume, there's the expectation that the audience is going to have. There's the expectation that creators are going to have. But I wanted to talk today specifically about how the audience can become a mirror for whatever you're creating, whether it's intentional or not. As I said in my last vlog when I was talking about performance and saying I love you and saying things that you don't necessarily mean. I've also talked about priming and the way we sometimes get that as far as marketing. And I talk about marketing, I don't mean necessarily just big firms. I'm talking about just in general, the way that we present ourselves in real life. And so today, when our audience reflects who we are, that's, I think, a little bit more telling in terms of, not all audiences are the same, and not all things, not all content is for all people. But I think you can get a fix for the kind of content that you want versus the content that you maybe don't want. And I'm use an example. I'm not a rock and roller. I don't know anything about heavy metal. But if I came on here and I presented myself as someone who did, or talked about it because I wanted to get views, or I wanted to cater to audiences that may be really big fans, there can be consequences for that. Things we don't necessarily know or realize when we're doing it. And unfortunately, it can create content. I mean, even without all of that, even even if you're doing something lovey and dovey and something that's really nice and sweet, people can pick you apart for anything and everything. I'm not saying that that is a consequence or something that's deserved in any way either. I'm just simply talking about the audiences that we create. They're a reflection of a lot of times what we do as well. And sure, there's manipulation. The creators and companies and systems that we know exactly know what they're doing, planting seeds and shaping emotions. But eventually those seeds bear fruit, and then the erosion comes, the overexposure and the fatigue. And I think erosion is a keen word here, because when that fruit comes to bear, I think it's important to know that if you're not actually toiling the seed and you're not actually recreating, you're not giving back as much as you're taking in. I think oftentimes that is where we get in trouble. And like I said, and it doesn't have to just be vlogs that I'm talking about. It can be just everyday life. And we assume certain things because, sometimes what we want ain't always what we should get. That's going to do it for this video vlog. Until next time, take good care of you. I got to go.